The Real McCoys, starring Walter Brennan, created by Irving Pincus.
Want you to meet the family known as the Real McCoys. That's Grandpappy Amos, the head of the clan. He roars like a lion, but he's gentle as a lamb. And now here's Luke, who beams with joy since he's been taken Mr. Luke McCoy. From West Virginia they came to stay in sunny California. Oh, Grandpappy Amos and the girls and the boys of the family known as the Real McCoys.
Good morning, all. Sure is a fine day.
Morning. Isn't it the most...
Everybody, beautiful morning. Morning, Grandpa. I guess with George coming over, the whole day is going to be a lot more beautiful, huh? Yeah, can hardly wait. We're going to have us a high old time, me and George.
Was Mr. McMichael going to stay here?
Yeah, for a couple of days.
Why?
Well, because he can't stay at his house.
Why?
Because they're repainting his bedroom.
Why?
Because it needs repainting. Confounded little Luke. Grandpa, take another sip of coffee. I'm sorry, little Luke. His grandpa got kind of excited on account of George coming over, I guess.
Look, when George comes over here, just forget about doing the chores. You and him just have fun.
Forget about it. Oh, I can't do that, Luke.
Oh, of course you can, Grandpa. What with the harvest over, Luke and Peppino can take care of whatever has to be done.
Well, sure. George is your company, Grandpa, and I want you to be free to entertain him.
Well, thank you, Luke. That's mighty nice of you. You too, Kate. It's going to be one big picnic for me and George. Fishing, horseshoe pitching, checky playing, yarn spinning. All the things we like to do together. I'm happy and the cow's just been milked.
George, you forgot. What are these doing here?
These are my favorite horseshoes. Oh, and Miss and me were playing a lot of games. That is, when we're not fishing or playing checkers.
George McMichael, anybody'd think you were going on a vacation.
Well, sure. I can't think of a better one than spending a few days with my best friend.
And his family.
What's that got to do with it?
Simply that you're not going to a resort hotel. You're going into somebody's house with people who have their daily lives to lead, work to do.
Sure, let them lead their lives. I ain't stopping them.
George, they're doing you a favor putting you up. You're not a guest. You have to do your share of carrying the load.
What do you mean?
Well, help out wherever you can, like after dinner. Might be nice for you to do the dishes.
Dishes? I never do dishes.
And you can also show your appreciation by helping out with the other chores.
Chores? Damn it, Flora. I know how to act.
Now, there's another thing. Mind your temper. You're a bachelor, and you're not used to children, but you'll just have to put up with it.
Oh, children?
And for heaven's sake, don't get into a snit if they don't serve your coffee the first thing in the morning. You stay sweet anyhow.
Sweet? Before coffee?
And don't complain about the food, either. If your eggs aren't scrambled, you eat them anyway.
I can't eat them any other way. Remini, I never thought there was a set of rules attached to spend a few days with Amos. You mustn't do this, you mustn't do that, you mustn't do the other. Why don't we forget about having my room painted?
It's already contracted for. The painters will be here in a little while.
I'll sleep in the living room.
The living room's going to be painted, too. George, you've accepted this invitation, and it wouldn't be gracious for you to refuse now.
I never thought my sister would turn against me.
You give this box of candy to Kate. She'll love you for it. Now, you remember... Help with the chores, mind your temper, be nice to the children, and don't complain about anything. Have fun.
Fine lunch, Kate. Just fine.
Well, thank you, George. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Well, George, let's get out to the horseshoe pit. Have a couple of games before we go fishing.
That's right. You two go enjoying yourself. I've got dishes to do.
Dishes?
Well, come on, come on.
Just a minute, Amos. I want to help Kate.
Well, you don't have to do that, George. That's female's work.
Oh, it's only right. After all, I got to earn my keep.
Now, George, you don't have to do that.
Oh, I insist, Kate. After all, I always help my little sister do the dishes.
You do? Well, ain't that the sweetest thing ever? My Florrie's a lucky woman to have a man like you around the house, George. Come on.
Yeah? Well, that was real nice of George to do that, huh, Grandpa?
Yeah. Sure surprised me. I never knew he'd done dishes. I thought his only vice was cheating at Checky's.
Well, George, that's it. Thank you, but you really didn't have to.
Glad to do it, Kate.
Well, you all done, huh?
Uh-huh.
Hey, Sugar, you got any rags? I'm working on the tractor. I need something to wipe off the grease.
Oh, these all right?
Oh, yeah, they're fine, thanks.
Oh, but Luke, you ain't fixing to lift anything heavy, are you? You know your shoulder still ain't healed from wrenching it the other day.
Oh, don't worry, Sugar. I can take care of myself.
Say, Luke, why don't you let me help you?
Oh, well, thanks, George, but there ain't no need for you to help.
Oh, sure there is. Two always makes it easier. Besides, I want to help.
Well, sure looks like we got us a dinger of a house guest, don't it, Sugar Babe? Hey, come on, George.
This sure is nice of you, George.
It's nothing. Nothing at all.
Well, it's about time. You old rapscallion, you got to be good today to beat me, because I'm hot.
Sorry, Amos, I can't pitch right now.
Why not?
Well, I'm going to strip down the tractor, Grandpa, and George offered to help me.
You did?
Yeah?
Well, you don't have to do that, George. You're my company.
That's the trouble. I said I wouldn't, I will.
Well, it's going to take you all afternoon. I was figuring on going fishing later.
We go fishing? We can always go fishing, Amos. Let's go.
Ain't he a swell fella?
Yeah, Peach. Some visit. Well, you can go down and slop the hogs. Leastwise, I'll have some company there. One day I'm hot and nobody to beat.
Well, everything's quiet. Well, I thought you was going to play checkers with George, Grandpa.
We was, if he can never tear himself loose in the kitchen. He's out there doing dishes again.
Let's see. He's sure a good friend, isn't he?
Yeah, I've been wondering whose friend.
Thanks again, George. You know, I'm beginning to feel guilty you doing all this work around here.
Oh, think nothing of it, Kate. I like to help around the house.
Hey, Grandpa, we ought to talk George into staying here with us regular, huh?
Yeah. You suppose you can squeeze a game in with me now?
Okay. Golly, I don't see why I'm so tired so early.
Well, after the way you worked on that tractor this afternoon, you got every right to be.
Come on, play, George, play.
Luke, would you come hold this for me a minute?
Oh, sure.
You ready for the licking of your life?
Tired as I am, I can still be.
That confounded noise. Can't you see George is trying to concentrate himself?
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Boys will be boys.
Mr. McMichael, will you tell me one of your stories about the Old West?
He don't want to tell no stories. He's busy.
Oh, please, I finished all my homework.
Nobody tells them like you do.
Can't you see he's trying to play checkies?
That's right, kids. Let George relax. Don't bother him now.
Oh, they're not bothering me. I guess I could tell them a story.
Oh, boy.
Goody.
Well, let's go over in the couch, eh?
Boy, this is going to be swell, huh, Hassie?
I'll just tell them a couple little ones. Won't take long.
Sit here, Mr. McMichael.
Just call me Uncle George.
Okay, Uncle George.
What about a story about White Herb, eh?
Great.
Oh, yeah.
The story starts off with 4 gunslingers.
Golly.
And from that day on, Doc Holliday and White Herb was your best of friends.
Gee, that was a swell story.
The way you tell a story is almost like seeing it happen.
I bet no grown-up in the whole world could tell a story like you, Uncle George. Are you going to tell us another story tomorrow night?
Right now, it's time you kids went to bed. Come on now, no dilly-dallying.
All right, Kate. Good night, Uncle George, and thanks.
Yeah, Uncle George, you're swell.
Night, Grandpa. Night, Grandpa.
Good night, good night. Are we ever going to play this game or ain't we?
Could I take a rain check, Amy? I'd kind of like to hit the sack myself.
Get this out?
To tell you the truth, I'm too tuckered out to give you any kind of a game.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Grandpa, George has had a hard day. As a matter of fact, we all have. Wouldn't hurt none of us to turn in a little early. Wouldn't it, Sugar Babe?
That's right, Luke. Oh, I put an extra blanket on the end of your bed so you have enough. Good night, George. Grandpa.
Night.
Good night.
Well, what do you say, Amos?
Since when does what I say count around here? Come on, you old fraud.
Well, now, Kate, that's impossible. How can we be out of coffee?
I thought I had a whole extra can. It turns out this one's full of bacon grease. Grandpa, Grandpa, there's something I want to talk to you about.
I'll take my coffee first.
Grandpa, that's what Kate wanted to talk to you about, you see.
Morning, George.
Morning, George.
Morning, everybody. No cream in my coffee, Kate. I like it black. Black and hot.
George, I'm afraid we don't have any coffee this morning.
What? No coffee.
I'm so embarrassed I don't know what to do. I don't know how it could have happened.
Well, I don't mind.
Well, I mind. Any man alive ought to be made to face the day without his coffee.
Now, Grandpa.
Now, me, Luke. There's no gone-down excuse for this. We should be stocked up with 2 or 3 cans anyway.
I'm awful sorry, Grandpa.
Oh, fat lot of good that does.
Now, Grandpa, that's no way to act. Well, the least you can do is be as nice about it as George here is. You don't hear him complaining.
No, he's perfect.
Well, he practically is, and it wouldn't hurt some people I know to take a leaf from his book and be a little more understanding.
I'm understanding all right. I'm understanding a lot of things.
I'm sorry about that, George. Grandpa just ain't himself without his coffee. You know how it is with some people.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, I have your eggs ready for you. I hope you like them soft-boiled.
Yeah, that's the way we always eat them.
They'll be fine. Just fine.
Why, Amos, come on in.
Gloria, come over to ask you a question. How long before they finish painting George's room?
Oh, I bet you wish it'd take another month so you and George could keep on having fun. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, Amos. I'm afraid it'll take another day.
That long? Where's your paintbrush? I'll help you with this.
Has something happened? Hasn't George been sweet?
Sweet? He's so sweet he'd make you sick. All this is smiling and heffing and all being so god-darn lovable. Why even have it for the dishes?
Oh, Amos, you see, I told George to...
Next time I invite somebody to my house, he's going to have some cussedness in him, like any decent person. Like someone come over there and ruin me in the eyes of my own family. Where's the brush?
But they have to wait for the first coat to dry before they can put on a second coat.
You mean I'm stuck with him? My best friend. A man I trusted. Just pitiful, that's what you just pitiful.
Amos! Dear. Hello? Oh, George, I'm glad you called. No, the room isn't painted yet.
Gotta get out of here. I can't hold it in another day.
George, will you stop a minute and listen to me?
I'll sleep on the floor. I'll sleep in the backyard, but Flora, I gotta come home. Huh? What's that? You want me to stop being nice? Amos was complaining. I ruined him in the eyes of his family. Or it was you who told me to be sweet.
I know, George, but I was wrong. We've done a terrible thing to him.
You mean I can just be myself, eh? I don't have to hold nothing back. If I want to be ornery, I can just let fly.
I give you my permission to be extraordinary because you've only got 1 day left.
Don't worry about me, Flora. When it comes to being extra ornery, I'm the West Coast champion. This is going to be more like it.
Mighty fine lunch, sugar babe. So good I ate too much as usual.
Oh, thank you, Luke.
Well, George, what are you going to do this time? Wash or dry?
Wash or dry what?
Well, the dishes. I mean, you've been helping every meal, and
I was thinking maybe Amos and me might get in a game of horseshoes.
Oh, of course, George. You go right ahead. Anything you want. We just thought maybe you'd like to help with the dishes, doing them at home and all.
No man likes to do dishes, Kate. Oh, if you have to, but I'd rather not have to.
Grandpa, you go play horseshoes with George.
I will. My golly, I think he's tracking. You beat that one.
Just a minute, you old walrus. Watch me plant a ringer right on top of yours. What in blazes are you trying to do?
I shot you.
Ain't you old enough to know better?
George, you said yourself, boys will be boys.
I don't like boys being boys when a man's trying to pitch horseshoes.
Grandpa, what's the matter with Uncle George?
Oh, nothing to Luke. He just ain't used to young'uns like I am.
Oh, George,
George, you asleep?
Oh, well, George, you know what I was thinking? You done such a good job on the tractor yesterday. I was thinking maybe you'd like to help me tune the motor on the car today.
That was what you was thinking?
Yeah.
Well, keep thinking.
Uncle George, will you tell us another story tonight?
Can't you see him playing checkers?
Well, how about after you're through?
Who knows how long a game of checkers will take?
I'll tell you a story, Hassan.
You will, Grandpa?
Amos, we're in the middle of a game. George, we can play checkies anytime. There it is when you're Grandpa. You're sort of going to be a pal of the young'uns. As you two look, I'll tell you a real long story.
Boy, Grandpa, you're swell.
Well, now this story happened out in the valley right here where we live, you see. There's an old fella living next to us and whiskey.
Here are your eggs, George. I hope you like them.
I like 'em scrambled.
Well, I didn't know. I'll fix them for you.
No, never mind. I'll go without this morning. I ain't hungry anyways. Besides, I gotta pack my bag. Flora's come by in a little while to pick me up.
Oh, but, George, you didn't even drink your coffee.
Well, it's a little on the weak side for me. Just reminds me of coffee. I like my coffee strong and black, like Flora makes.
George sure has gotten crotchety all of a sudden. What do you think's the matter with him, Grandpa?
Matter? I don't see nothing the matter with him. Just his own natural self. I'll take them eggs, Kate.
Well, goodbye, everybody. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
Yeah, come again.
Yeah, you do that, George. You come anytime. You know you're always welcome.
Isn't that nice? Well, goodbye, everybody, and thanks for taking such good care of George.
Yeah, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye, Mr. McMichael.
Whew. Gone at last.
He's gone all right.
Well, I never thought I'd be so happy to see somebody leave our house. Not mean to be disrespectful, Grandpa, because I really like George, but he sure was hard to get along with this last day.
It's funny. He was all right in the beginning, but lately, whoop.
You shouldn't ought to be too surprised, Luke. George is a bachelor, you know. He's kind of set in his way.
Sure get Amos back in with family. Oh, was I ornery.
Michael, I declare, when you set out to be ornery, there's nobody in the whole state can hold a candle to you.
You know how flattery embarrasses me.
Poor George. You know, he can't help it. You know how them fellas is when they get old.
What does Amos mean, old? Old?
George, come on, let's go.
Our Grandpa's the best grandpa in the whole world.
He sure is.
You know, I think I better have some coffee.